Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. The opening crawl starts with an epic twist. Emperor Palpatine is alive and has just tweeted to the whole galaxy that he's back. Kylo Ren tracks him down. He's hiding in this ancient Sith temple. We spent years theorizing about who Supreme Leader Snoke was. Turns out he was a Palpatine puppet grown in a tube. And he's been busy here on this isolated planet by himself, building a gigantic fleet of Star Destroyers. Now on the Millennium Falcon, our good guys are hanging out. They're picking up a secret message from a mysterious spy within the First Order. But the bad guys show up, they have a spaceship chase, fuel them lightspeed to get away, but they can track them through lightspeed now, so they have a crazy lightspeed jump and chase. Rey wasn't with them, she's Jedi training back on Rebel Planet. Her new Jedi Master is Leia. So Poe comes back with the bad news that Palpatine really is alive with a huge fleet. They don't know where he is, but Rey looks through Luke's journals and finds that a Sith Wayfinder could lead them to him. So our gang is off on an adventure. Minus Rose Tico, though, they wrote her out of this movie. The good guys go to Burning Man, meet up with a contact there. It's Lando Calrissian. He's been tracking the bad guy with the Sith Wayfinder, so they have a chase through the sand. The stormtroopers have jetpacks now, but Rey takes them out and the good guys win. They end up crashing into some quicksand though, and with the prospect of their imminent deaths, Finn tries to confess his love to Rey, but they don't die, they just fall down into these tunnels, and Rey's like, "What was that you were about to tell me?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing. They find the bad guy's dagger that will lead them to the Sith Wayfinder with the ancient Sith writing. C-3PO could translate it, but his programming doesn't allow him to because it's an illegal language. Just then, a snake monster shows up, but Rey's like, "Hold on, I think it's a friendly snake monster." Turns out it's just injured, and Rey's like, "Don't worry, buddy, I'll heal that for you with the power of the Force."
That's not how the Force works.
Yeah, apparently she's got Force healing powers now. So the good guys are leaving, but who shows up? The Knights of Ren! Yeah, they were teased back in Ep 7. We're super excited to see what they do.
Knights of Ren. Goals.
But they legitimately do nothing, just stand around looking cool. Kylo Ren's flying in, and it's the sweet trailer moment where he's chasing down Rey, and she, backflips over, cuts the wing off. Meanwhile, off-screen, the Knights of Ren captured just Chewbacca somehow. Rey tries to stop the ship from leaving, but Kylo Ren survived, and he's stopping it too. They're having a Force tug-of-war, and this makes Rey mad, so she loses control, and lightning! Boom, blows up the ship. Rey just killed Chewbacca. Except he's totally fine, he was just on the other ship, I guess. Anyway, for C-3PO to translate the dagger, they need to wipe his memory. Poe knows a good droid guy, but he runs into his ex-girlfriend. She agrees to help though. They go to Little Master Droid guy Babu Frick. He hits the factory reset button and C-3PO translates the dagger. But as a side effect, his memory is totally wiped. He's like, "Hey, who are you guys?" Bad guys show up and Rey senses Chewbacca's alive, so they sneak onto the ship, although they abandon stealth pretty quickly. They grab Chewbacca and try to blast their way out of there, but they are all caught. They're about to be executed, but what's this? General Hux saved them. He is the spy! He's not a good guy though, he still hates the Resistance, but he hates Kylo Ren even more. Unfortunately, another general figures this out immediately and kills him. Meanwhile, Rey was grabbing the dagger, but she gets a psychic FaceTime with Kylo Ren. He's down on the planet looking for her, and they have a lightsaber battle where things can move from one location to the other. So when they knock off Vader's helmet and it lands next to Kylo, he's like, "Girl, what you doing in my bedroom?" He meets her back on the ship and drops a truth bomb that Palpatine just told him. The real truth about her parents. Rey's grandfather was Palpatine. Blah! Yeah, apparently Palpatine had sex at some point. Her parents were good though and wanted to hide her from him, so that's why they abandoned her on Jakku and then got killed. Kylo's like, "Come on, baby, join me on the dark side. It's super cool, I promise." But just then her friends show up and Rey pieces out of there. So the Sith Wayfinder they're searching for is in the ruins of the old Death Star. They meet some new people on horses. They're like, "Hey, we're good guys." In fact, she used to be a First Order stormtrooper that deserted. Finn's like, "Wait, you were a stormtrooper? I was a stormtrooper." And these two definitely gonna do it. Rey couldn't wait for the waves to die down. She's out there perfect storming her way to the Death Star. She's climbing around in the ruins, finally using the scavenger skills she was raised with. She makes it to the Emperor's throne room and finds his secret closet and grabs the Sith Wayfinder. Then she has to fight an imaginary dark side version of herself. Then she has to fight a non-imaginary Kylo Ren. They have an epic lightsaber battle with the waves crashing around. It's actually legit cool. He's about to kill her, but he's distracted by a Force text from his mom Leia. In fact, Leia decides to die right now. Kylo drops his lightsaber in mourning, but Rey, no mercy, stabs him with it. So Rey almost killed Kylo, but she's kind of got a crush on him. She feels bad and Force heals him. She's like, "Hey boo, sorry I almost killed you," then jacks his ship and leaves him there to stare into the distance brooding. He has an imaginary convo with his dad Han Solo. It's like, "Hey son, I forgive you for killing me, I still love you." This gives Kylo the strength to turn from the dark side. He is now a redeemed Ben Solo. Rey's gone to Luke's exile planet, tries to throw her lightsaber away too, but Ghost Luke Skywalker catches it like, hey, what are you doing? She's messed up about Palpatine being her grandfather. She's afraid she'll turn to the dark side too and wants to exile herself here. But he talks some sense into her, gives her a new lightsaber, in fact, that belonged to Leia back when she was training as a Jedi. Meanwhile, Palpatine's taken control of the First Order. In fact, he rebrands it as the Final Order. So Poe and Finn rally the resistance, and it's time for the final space battle. Pew 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 flying around, they land some horses on a spaceship. Meanwhile, Rey goes to confront Palpatine, who's creepily attached to a crane arm thing. His master plan is for Rey to kill him. That would turn her to the dark side, and then he could possess her body. This plan would have been much more effective if he didn't tell Rey about it, because she was going to kill him, and now she's just not. Then a redeemed Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, coming in to save the day. He's stopped by the Knights of Ren, his former best friends, but I guess they have no loyalty to him. Without a lightsaber, he's getting his butt kicked. Yeah, I know it was a symbolic gesture, but maybe you shouldn't have chucked it into the ocean. So Rey looks like she's gonna strike down Palpatine, but oh, what's this? She passed it psychically over to Ben. Now armed with a lightsaber, he slaughters all of his former best friends. So Rey and redeemed Kylo face down Palpatine. Unfortunately, he's way stronger than them, brings them to their knees, no problem. But wait, what's this? Turns out they are a dyad in the Force. Super rare thing, means they're, like one life in two. Unfortunately, this doesn't make them stronger together. In fact, it means Palpatine can suck out their combined life force and fully resurrect himself. He throws Kylo into the pit, and upstairs things look bleak for the rebels. But wait, what's this? Reinforcements have arrived! Yeah, Lando and Chewie took the Millennium Falcon, recruited good people from all across the galaxy. But Palpatine's like, nah, I don't think so. Lightning time! Phew! Blasts all the rebel ships, and yeah, this is no bueno. But Rey hears the Force voices of all the past Jedis, which give her the strength to stand up and fight. Palpatine does his one move and shoots lightning at her, but she blocks it, and it's a Dragon Ball Z beam battle. Their climactic final lines are oddly similar to Avengers Endgame.
I am all the Sith.
And I'm all the Jedi.
Then boom, double lightsaber reflects the lightning on him and blows him away. Unfortunately, the strain of this kills Rey. Oops. Finn, by the way, is apparently Force sensitive, can sense her death. But wait, Ben Solo climbed back up the pit. He's like, Rey, you can't die, we never even got to make out. So he tries his own Force healing powers, and boom, Rey back to life. These two start smooching, and Reylo is on. But it's immediately back off. I guess Kylo had to use his life force to bring Rey back, and he fades away, now redeemed to be a good Force ghost. So the good guys won, the galaxy is saved. Ex-Stormtrooper girl talks to Lando, who it's implied is either his daughter or he's trying to hit on her. Rey travels to Luke's old home on Tatooine, buries Luke and Leia's lightsabers there. She doesn't need them anymore, she's built her own, and it is yellow. Yeah, sweet. And is it double-bladed? It kinda looks like it, but they awkwardly position the camera just so we can't tell. It probably would have been cool if she got to use it in the movie, but whatever. Then a random old lady shows up. Hey, dearie, what's your name? She's like, my name is Rey. And it's like, no, dummy, I mean, what's your last name? Rey the Orphan never had one, certainly doesn't want to be Palpatine, so she looks to the Force ghosts of her mentors, Luke and Leia Skywalker, and decides to take their surname.
Rey Skywalker.
Sure, I mean, why not? And that's how Rise of Skywalker comes to an end. Hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies, and click the join button to support the channel and be a recap champion.